Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Rachel from Rachel Reads. Today I'm going to be doing the rapid fire book tag, which was first started over on Girl Reading's channel, which will be linked down below. So once again, I haven't actually been tagged for this video, but I thought it would be some good fun to do. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into it. So the first question is, do I prefer ebooks or paper books? 100% I prefer paper books. It's just my jam. I don't particularly like ebooks at all unless I'm traveling, and then I only read them because they're lighter and more mobile. Yeah, I really don't particularly enjoy ebooks at all. Paperback or hardback? Again, I prefer paperback over hardback because I just find them easier to hold when I'm reading. I find that when I'm holding a hardback book, my wrists just from holding it so long get sore. I do think hardback look nicer to display, but I don't buy books just to display. I buy them to read, so I want it to be practical. Online or in-store shopping? I do most of my shopping in store, I would say. Primarily like Kmart, Dymocks and QBD. I will occasionally get on Amazon or Book Depository to find books when I can't find them in store, and I also, when I have a bit of time, I like online because it is usually cheaper and there is more variety. But I find that when I just want to browse, I will go in store when I'm just looking for something. If I have something particular in mind that I want to get, like a particular novel, then I'm probably more likely to go online. But the majority of my books I buy in store. Trilogy or series? I don't really care. I don't read a lot of series. I don't mind if it has 3 or more. Although I would find that after probably 3 books, I would probably want a break because I'd probably get a little bit bored of the premise. So I would say more than 3 books I would need a break, but I usually read standalone. Heroes or villains? It depends on the genre. I like a good villain, but I like a good hero as well. I find sometimes villains can be written more, like they can be more engaging and they can suck you in, and I really like a villain that you can feel empathy for and you can see where they're coming from, and you're not sure, are they actually a villain or are they just somebody that's made a bad choice? I do like books that make you think like that. A book you want everyone to read? I don't know. Memoirs of a Geisha. Maybe, we'll go with that. Recommend an underrated book. Ooh. The Nowhere Child by Christian White. It's new. I haven't heard a lot of hype on it. It was great. I loved it. That's what I'm going to go with. The last book I finished was My Lovely Wife by Samantha Dowling. I was really torn on this book. I don't know if I liked it or not. I gave it a 3.5 stars, but I don't know if that was generous or not. I was really torn. The last book I bought, I actually have that right here because I haven't put it away yet. So the last book I bought was The Ruin by, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Dervla McInternan, I'm guessing. I picked this up, so I was at Dymocks today and I picked up a bunch of books, and as I was checking out, the sales lady was like, have you, I can see that you're really into crime and thriller, have you tried this author? And I said no, and I had enough points to get this one half price, so it came out to be about $8, and that's why I picked up that one. She said it was one of her favorite novels, so I trust a good recommendation and hopefully I will like that one. Weirdest thing that you've used as a bookmark? If any of my family are watching, you know what I'm gonna say. Please don't judge me. I never used to use bookmarks until a couple of weeks ago actually. I used to just lose them and leave them places, and they would get crumpled, and I'd leave them in books and put them on bookshelves, and I would just lose them. So I just started using whatever was laying around the house. It might be a scrap of paper, you know, a piece of tissue, and quite often toilet paper. Like clean toilet paper, but just a square, because it, you know, it folds in half and it fits really nicely. But then my boyfriend started judging me, and he told his family and they started judging me for it. So I went out and bought some bookmarks, and since then I have just been using bookmarks specifically. So I'm reading The Whisper Man at the moment, and I've got, this is the one I'm using at the moment, my little flamingos with the little tassel. Yeah. No, he complains about the tassel. So yeah, the weirdest thing I've used as a bookmark would be toilet paper. Used books, yes or no? 100% yes. I went to the thrift shop today and picked up about 6 new thrift store books. You can see on my channel I've done numerous thrift store books. I love secondhand books. Yeah, 100% yes. Top 3 favorite genres, I would say thrillers / mystery, historical fiction, and contemporary, I would say. Borrow or buy, 100% buy. Gives me anxiety not to actually own the book. One of my favorite parts of reading is finishing the book and then putting it on my bookshelf, so 100% buy. I do appreciate libraries, I think they're a great idea, it's just not for me. Characters or plot? Both. 100% both. I think you need a strong plot in order for those characters to shine, and I think that plot alone does not make a good story. You need fantastic, relatable characters. So both. Long or short books? I would say in between, so around the 400-page mark would be my go-to jam. I don't really have the time to read longer books at the moment. In the summertime I would probably reach for those bigger books. I've got The Stand on my shelf by Stephen King. That will be my next big book to tackle, but that probably won't be till the summertime. But I don't really like really short books, like under 300 pages. I feel like I start them, I get invested, and then the story is over, so it's not quite long enough for me. Long or short chapters? Short chapters. I like to have short, sharp chapters. I like when I'm reading at night time, if I want to read just one more chapter, I want that to be 3 or 4 pages. I don't want it to be 50 pages. I find anything 10 to 15 pages is good. Anything over sort of 15 to 20 pages is just too much. I mean, you want your chapters to be short, sharp and succinct, I find. You know, 4 or 5 page chapters are perfect, I think. Name the first 3 books that you think of. I'm going to go with The Whisper Man because that's what I'm reading, and that is by Alex North. I'm going to go with The Stand by Stephen King because I just said it, and Harry Potter because who doesn't think of Harry Potter all the time? So they are the first 3 books that come to mind. Books that make you laugh or make you cry? 100% I would prefer a book that makes me cry. It just brings out those emotions so much more. But if the book can make me laugh and cry, so much better. Our world or fictional world? I would say our world, real world. I don't particularly enjoy fantasy books all that much, sometimes occasionally, but I prefer to have books set in the real world where I can relate to them. Audiobooks, yes or no? I would say for me at the moment, no. I downloaded my first audiobook over the weekend and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if it was just the reader or what, but I found the next day I couldn't remember anything that I'd heard and I just didn't get invested in the book. So I'm going to say no audiobooks for me. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? 100% all the time. 100%. So when I'm looking through, especially I judge books by their spines as well, because when you're trolling through a bookstore and all you can see is their spine, 100%, like the ones that are shiny and sparkly and that look pretty are the ones that I will grab first. I will then read the blurbs, but 100%, like this is a beautiful cover, 100% pretty covers. I judge a book by its cover, which I know you shouldn't do, but I still do. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations, really don't mind, don't have a preference. I haven't seen a heap of book to TV adaptations, but you know, I'm willing to give them a go. I don't have anything against them. Actually, that being said, I really did like The Last Kingdom that was based on the Saxon series by Bernard Cornwell. So yeah, I like either. Actually, I would probably say I would lean more towards TV series because they don't have to cut as much out. Because I find sometimes book to movie they cut a lot out. So I'm going to go book to TV. A movie or a TV show that you preferred to the book. I'm going to go with I preferred Anywhere But Here to the movie to the book. I think it was just much better done. The Devil Wears Prada movie was much better. I preferred yeah, they're the first couple that come to mind. And series or standalone, I said this quite a few times, I prefer standalone. I just find I get more invested in them. I find that they're a little bit more purposeful, and yeah, I just prefer standalone and I read more of them. So that's the end of my rapid fire book tag. I hope you learned a little bit about me and it wasn't just a little bit of me talking for the sake of talking. I really enjoyed filming this for you, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe for new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!